Imagine this. You're in a situation where you need to convince someone to do what you want. Maybe it's your boss, who you want to persuade to give you a raise, or a friend who can't decide whether to join you on a trip. Whatever the case, Stoicism, a philosophy that has guided people for centuries, offers a simple and profound approach to persuasion. But what happens when you combine it with modern psychology? You create a formula that works almost flawlessly. Why Stoicism? Stoicism isn't just about grit your teeth and bear it, as many people think. It's a set of principles designed to help us think rationally, stay calm in chaos, and interact effectively with others. The central idea of Stoicism is to focus on what is within our control and let go of worrying about what isn't. Now think, how often do we miss out on persuading others because of our emotions? Fear, anger, irritation, or even excessive eagerness can derail any conversation. Stoics knew this and developed techniques to avoid these traps. The dark side of Stoic psychology. Dark psychology often refers to manipulative techniques that exploit human weaknesses. But we're not here to teach manipulation. Instead, we'll explore how Stoic principles can help you ethically influence others, creating an atmosphere of trust and understanding. One of the core principles of Stoicism is, say less, do more. Stoics believed that influence comes not from words, but from actions. However, when it comes to words, Stoic psychology offers some clever tricks to hook your audience. 1. The power of the pause. Stoics often advised pausing before responding. Imagine you're listening to someone who's upset or angry. Instead of immediately arguing back, simply pause and look them in the eye. This silence might feel awkward, but it gives the impression that you're carefully considering your words. Example: your friend says, "I don't want to continue with this project. It's pointless." Instead of responding, "Why do you think that?" Take a pause. Then say, "That's interesting. Tell me more." This changes the dynamic. The person feels heard and begins to open up. 2. Make them the hero. People love being praised or feeling like the central figure in a story. Stoicism teaches us to accept the reality of another person without trying to change them, but to work with it. Use this to make someone feel important. Example: your colleague is reluctant to take on a challenging project. Instead of saying, "You need to do this," try, "You're the best person for this. How did you handle similar situations before?" This gives them a sense of control and makes them believe their input is unique. 3. Turn the problem into a choice. Stoics believed we can control only our reactions. So, instead of pressuring someone, give them a choice. People are more likely to make a decision when they feel free to choose. Example: you can decide how we move forward. Either we go with your approach, or we find a compromise together. This approach makes the person feel involved, and they are more likely to agree. 4. Emotional resilience as a weapon. Stoicism teaches us to remain unshaken in the face of emotions. Staying calm when others lose control gives you an advantage. It's important to project confidence and composure. Example: in a work meeting, someone starts yelling. Instead of yelling back, look them in the eye and say, "I see you feel strongly about this. Let's discuss it calmly." This not only diffuses the conflict, but also puts you in a position of strength. Dark techniques that are still ethical. Stoic psychology includes strategies that work even in manipulative environments, while remaining ethical. Agreement by disagreement. Say, "You might be right. This could be risky." People often respond with, "No, it's not that risky," convincing themselves otherwise. Paradoxical intention. If someone fears failure, say, "Well, maybe it will happen, and that's okay." This often reduces anxiety, allowing them to act. A success story. Epictetus, one of the most famous Stoics, was once a slave. Even in this role, he could influence his master. How? By staying calm, attentive to the other's needs, and consistently demonstrating rationality. His influence eventually led to his freedom. How this works in today's world. Imagine using these principles in a job interview. The interviewer asks, "Why should we hire you?" Instead of listing your achievements, take a Stoic approach. "I don't know if I'm the best choice, but I can say I'm focused on solving your key challenges." This demonstrates both confidence and humility, a rare but compelling combination. What to say to make people agree with you? The key is to speak sincerely and calmly while putting the person in a position where their response naturally leans in your favor. For example, "Can we work on this together? Which option do you think is better? What would you do if you were in my place?" These phrases make the other person feel involved, and most people instinctively gravitate toward cooperation. Stoic psychology isn't about trickery or manipulation. It's about understanding yourself and others. By using these techniques, not only will you be able to persuade 99.9% of people, but you'll also become someone they naturally gravitate toward. Your strength lies in your calm, rationality, and ability to see the bigger picture.